All right, sixth and final session. Hi Claire, how are you?
Good, how are you?
That's really good. Welcome you back. Good to see you.
Our last session.
Yes, I would like to not this is our sixth session and
Yes.
our final contracted session, and I would like to ask the permission to focus on evaluating the whole process, reviewing what we did and how did you go with that? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So when you came to me, you have problem to decide to stay home with your 4 years old son or go back to work and put him in kindergarten. That was your main concern to decide that, which you decided on the end and concluded. And then your general goal was to work on your parenting skills, where you discovered you really getting snappy with your husband when he tried to help you. You go back to work and that's all going good for you, and your son really blend into kindergarten very well and enjoy social activities. But this issue with your husband and your co-parenting transitioning into a different situation, that was a main concern for you. So we worked on that for the last 5 sessions, and you did a very good progress. And I think your self growth was reached a really good situation at home because you were able to handle this. In the last 2 sessions, I've really seen your personal growth in that area. So I'm really happy with how much and I know how much you worked on it. I know how much effort you put in your homeworks and then
the diary.
And it was very open to really learn about yourself, and that was really good. So I'm very proud of you, what you achieved. And I would like to ask you to give me feedback on how you feel about, how did you go with this progress?
Well, this is my first time doing counselling, and I'm really happy actually that I did it. Because I remember like first time when I came here, I was in such a dilemma of to go back to work or not, and I feel I made a right decision. I'm happy that I'm back to work. I'm happy that Ethan is happy in kindy.
That's right.
It's good financially. It's good. I'm happy to be to go to work and be more stimulated mentally than just being stay-at-home mum. And I really think counselling is money well spent. I'm happy. I'm really happy with this progress, even though I feel you really helped me with my my stress and my behavior triggers and my reacting. Like I kind of, once I become aware of that, I was able to change that, to recognize it and kind of step back and choose a different reaction. So I was definitely happy with you helping me to be aware and then to change that issue. But I also feel with counseling, I just opened this big Pandora's box. So there's so many other things I would like to discuss with you and to change and improve. I have so much in me that I think needs improving. So much room for improvement.
That's the one thing about you is really helping you succeed. You very open to discover and learn, and that's in your personality. Really, really helping you actually, because you able to recognize things, and that's helping you to grow even more. What do you think? What you gained skills with your behavior changing and new techniques? what you think? Do you able to maintain this part?
Yes, I mean, I was failing in the beginning. Those ABC technique you told me, like I would recognize, but sometimes my anger would over. But then I would write it down before I go to bed. I would write it down, and I thought, here, this happened. This is the trigger. I reacted poorly. I didn't really do what I was planning in my head when I was calm. When the situation presented itself, I would react wrongly again. But then the more and more I write it down and recognize that I was able to, it become almost laughable. Here we go again. I'm losing a plot. And then I would be, okay, I would just walk out of the room. So the more I was aware of that pattern and the more attempts I had, I become better and better. And now, I feel, in those situations, I could really, I'm not losing out of 90%. I react differently. And which was for me impossible to believe. That I can, you can't teach the old dog the new trick, but actually you can. If you're really willing and if you really have the willpower to kind of to recognize those moments and to react properly. So I'm really happy with that. That ABC method was great for me. Good. That worked for me.
That's really good because you gained a skill, but you can.
And my husband noticed it, and he said, "Gee, you're good,
Good.
So he's having a lovely time handling Ethan and his tantrum, and I just go to the kitchen. Or I just walked away, or even not only those situations. There's a few different situation, but even like sometimes we're talking with my mom, she sometimes says the thing and I just lose it, but then no, I can.
You manage it.
I manage it.
That's really good. That is really good. Is anything else you would like to work on in the future?
Oh, I always have that self-doubt, I always have that.
Because
I'm inadequate. Like I'm not good enough. I'm always doubting myself. It doesn't matter how it looks to other people, but deep down I always question my worth.
Because you mentioned to me you opened a big Pandora box and you would like more support. So tell me about that. What you mean by that? This self-doubt.
It just I wanted to think less negative, and I don't wanna. I wanna get rid of that critical. I criticizing myself. Criticizing self-talk.
Okay.
Oh, that was bad.
Is there an option for you to continue counseling?
I would love to.
If you would like to work on that. What do you think? How much that? I think we should do another 6 sessions. How you feel about that?
If we can continue once a week on that day off when I have Ethan's in preschool, and that can be my day for my growth.
That's it.
So I'm happy to
continue.
And I can afford it now because of work.
That's good. So then
and I just want to tell you, I also wanted to improve my communication with my husband. We have to work on that. We have to talk about that. I feel like I'm not open enough in sharing my dilemmas, my emotions, and my feelings with my husband. I would want it to be, but I wanted to communicate with him in a way that I don't criticizing him or myself, but I'm actually just conversing with him. I have to fix that. I feel I have to improve that.
These two things is tied together. So what we're gonna do, as you said, it's convenient for you this once a week. Tuesday.
I can continue with the same day if that suits you. Just leave that open for me.
and then we every week for 6 weeks. Then we're gonna work on your communication skills, and then your self-doubt, where you come from.
That would be great. I would love that.
All right. Okay. So when you go, just make an appointment with the lady at the reception desk, And then we'll see you next time.
Wonderful. Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Mel.
much.
Thanks
Bye.
a lot. Okay, bye.